Gehan, let's also talk a bit about the positive laws that have been proposed. The Gender Equality Act, the National Women's Commission Act, Women's Empowerment Act, all of these are in bill stage. The Human Rights Commission of Sri Lanka recently made a set of observations. Speak to us about how important it is for the government to prioritize these these proposed legislation that seeks to enhance and advance human rights.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously within the legislative agenda, you have laws that protect and promote human rights and advance human rights, as you said. And then you have laws that restrict human rights. And it's not as if the government has no mandate to restrict human rights. Sometimes you need to place certain limitations on human rights, and Article 15 of the Constitution permits that. But within this agenda, you have a mix of both these types of laws. Now, apart from the Gender Equality Bill and the Women's Commission Bill, alongside the the Women's Empowerment Bill, 3 sets of laws that are now at draft stage, you also have the Private Members Bill that proposes to repeal Section 365 and 365A of the Penal Code, and these provisions, as we all know, have been used to criminalize same-sex relations. Now, again, going back to the Supreme Court, there's a very clear determination that this bill is consistent with the Constitution, and in fact, decriminalization of this activity furthers human dignity. Right? Very powerful words that the Supreme Court actually uses in its determination. Now the question is, are these bills that promote human rights part of the legislative priority list? Is it high on the priority list? Because we certainly know that bills like the Online Safety Bill or the Anti-Terrorism Bill, these are definitely part of the high priority sort of bills in the agenda, right? So the government needs to also demonstrate that some of these bills that are already in motion will get momentum.
Right.
And the easiest one, I would say, the easiest one is the decriminalization bill that proposes to amend and repeal Section 365 and 365A of the Penal Code. That's the easiest one because it's all lined up. There's a bill, there's a determination, there's momentum, everyone seems to be okay with it. Now the question is whether the government will take it up as a government proposal. And again, the Human Rights Commission has recommended that the government does so because it's important not to lose that moment, not to seize it, to seize the opportunity and actually go ahead with it.